Today we're going to talk about solving rational equations. Make sure you take notes and answer the question at the end. So a hint for solving. A quick way to solve a rational equation is to multiply everything by the LCD, the least common denominator. This will get rid of all the fractions, and then you can just solve as normal. Beware of extraneous solutions. Remember, that would be no solutions or infinite solutions. Alright, so here's our rational equation we have to solve. So to get rid of the fractions, we have to multiply by the least common denominator, which would be 2x. So if each denominator was 2x, the fractions can go away if we multiply the tops by 2x. So multiply each top by 2x. Remember, what you do to 1, you have to do to everything. So we multiply the 3 by 2x, the 1 by 2x, and the 12 by 2x. That will cancel out an x on the first fraction, a 2 on the second fraction, and an x on the third fraction. That will leave us with 6 minus x equals 24. Because 2 times 3 is 6, minus x, 2 times 12 is 24. Subtract 6, you get negative x equals 18. X equals negative 18 when you divide by negative 1. We then have to check our solution. So we're going to plug negative 18 anywhere we see an x. We get negative 3 over 18 minus 9 over 18, which equals negative 12 over 18. So it works. That is our solution. So here our least common denominator is x plus 1. So if I multiply each top by x plus 1, I can then cancel my x plus 1's out. So that would cancel an x plus 1 out. On both of my fractions, I'm left with 5x equals 4x when I distribute my 4 through, plus 4 minus 5. 4x equals 4 minus 1. When I subtract my 4 over, I get x equals negative 1. I have to check my solution. Plug negative in for negative 1 in for x, and then we get a denominator of 0. So this is not a solution. So there is no solution to this equation. Alright, so if we can solve this equation, we first have to factor x squared minus 4. Remember, that will factor into x plus 2x minus 2, because it's a difference of squares. And our least common denominator is going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. So when I multiply that through, on the top and the bottom, so we multiply the top by, or just the tops, excuse me, 3x minus 2 times x plus 2, x minus 2, multiply x plus 2 by 6 and 1, and that we cancel out our x minus 2's, our x plus 2's, our x minus 2's, and we get 3x squared plus 6x minus 2x minus 4 equals 6 plus x squared minus 2x plus 2x minus 4. Simplify all that. We get 2x squared plus 4x minus 6 equals 0. I can take a 2 out of each term. I get x squared plus 2x minus 3. That factors into x plus 3, x minus 3. Remember, if there's ever an x squared, we have to factor it out to solve. Set them both equal to 0. We're going to get x equals negative 1, or x equals 3, or x equals 1. Check your solutions. When I plug negative 3 in, it works. When I plug 1 in, it works. So they're both solutions. When there's only fractions on each side of the equal sign, you can just cross multiply as if you were solving a proportion. So here we can multiply 1 times x squared plus 4x and 3 times x plus 4 and set them equal to each other. Distribute, set equal to 0, factor negative 12, what multiplies a negative 12 and adds to 1, that's 4 and negative 3, so x plus 4, x minus 3. Set each of those equal to 0 and then solve. Then you have to check your solutions. So when we plug -4 in, division by 0 on the left, this makes this an extraneous root. So -4 is extraneous root. And then we plug 3 in and see that it is going to work. So our only solution on this equation is x equals 3. So the same thing, you can always just, if they're set equal to each other, you can multiply them, cross multiply them, then solve it out. So you get x minus 3x plus 1 when you factor set equal to 0, then solve, check your solutions, plug 3 in, it works. Plug -1 in, you get 0 as a denominator, so the only solution would be 3. So your question is, explain in your own words how to solve rational equations. Make sure you have all your notes.